Hi, and welcome to What on Earth Wednesday, my video series that normally comes out on a Friday, but maybe a Thursday, or maybe not at all. In this series, I aim to just make it clearer what some of the more obscure things are in Blender, things that people who know it well kind of forget that other people don't know it very well. Anyway, in this particular video, I'm going to look at the screen, just the standard screen that comes up when you first start Blender. I'm not going to show you how to move around it because lots of people do that, but what I'm going to do is explain the things that I found annoying when I first started to use Blender. When I was looking on forums and YouTube videos and people said, look in the outliner or look over here or look over there, I didn't know where it was. So this is just a quick video to explain these parts. First one is up here. This is the outliner. It contains a list of all your objects and various other bits and pieces. This one here, this is your properties tabs and contains things like modify tabs, physics tabs, and various other bits and pieces. When you select one of these, options that are relevant to it appear over here. If I press N, eventually I get the N tab, and this is a list of add-ins to Blender, some of which are enabled by default and some of which you will enable yourself. And you access it by pressing N. You can get rid of it by pressing N. Over here, you have the T panel. And guess what? You access that by pressing T. And you can turn it off by pressing T too. There you go. T, T. Lots of different things appear over here. For example, if I go into sculpt mode, all the brushes appear here. By the way, while we're here, you can do that. That's very useful. Down here, we have the timeline. This is used for animations, basically, and presumably for video editing, though I haven't really tried that. Let's not forget the main one here. This is your 3D viewport, and this is where you can view everything you do. Up here, we have the shading, where you change shading options for whatever you're looking at. Here we have the viewport overlays, which are things, for example, if I turn statistics on, they are things that will appear over the 3D viewport. I'll just turn that off again. And here we have the viewport gizmos. These are gizmos, things that help you manipulate things without having to know the keystrokes. This is for proportional editing. Your proportional editing button, you turn that on, you'll do proportional editing. This is your snapping button. As you move things around or scale them, they will snap to other things, and you can select what they will snap to here. And this is your transform pivot point. Don't change it until you know what a transform pivot point might do. If you want to know what it does, it changes the point at which things rotate. And this bit you all know. I guess it's to change different modes, and this menu changes depending on what you're doing. That's pretty much it. These are the things that annoyed me when I was learning and looking through forums, and I couldn't find things. I will actually take a screenshot of this and I'll put it as a Google document, which you can look at whenever you want if you forget something, and I will link that in the description below. Let me know in the comments if you think this is useful. The next one will probably be a little bit more interesting, but this is an important one to get through, I think. Thank you very much.